Hey everyone, Paul Wheeler here, Wheeler Healthy You. Today is Therapy Thursday, and I actually figured we'd talk about some kind of a glute activation test exercise. It kind of gives us an idea of whether our glutes are firing properly, and it goes hand in hand with kind of what we did yesterday with Massage Wednesday, where we lifted the leg when we were releasing the psoas. Because if you felt your back during that, if you felt like it was straining, then sometimes there's a firing pattern issue. So if you lie on your stomach and without really thinking about it too much, you just lift one leg up. So you lift your leg and you lower. You lift your leg and you lower. And the goal is that your glute fires first, hamstring, opposite back, same side back. So it kind of goes in that order. And sometimes for some people, especially with lower back issues, tight hips, people who sit a lot during the day, which is a lot of people with tight hips, the firing pattern won't quite be right, because the glutes will be inhibited due to sitting for long periods of time. The hips will be tight due to sitting for long periods of time. Or again, due to some sort of injury. So what you want to think about is you're lifting that leg and you're trying to see whether your glute is firing before your hamstring. That's kind of a good place to start. If you feel like you're engaging, if you feel like your lower back is straining, then that might be an area that you're firing first, and then just take some concentration and practice, and maybe a little bit of abs too to support that position to make sure that the firing patterns again are done properly. And it also when you go into hip extension, the joint will centrate properly. It'll allow the hip to sink better into the hip socket if the glute is doing a better activation than the hamstring. The hamstring, the lever system is much longer. It's not as efficient. So, and it's not really designed to take on that much load. So if you're out there sprinting as fast as you can, and your hamstrings are dominating hip extension, you're way more likely to strain your hamstring than if your glutes were supporting you a lot more. So practice that. Keep working on that glute activation stuff, and try not to sit for long periods of time, and that will carry over a little bit better. If you're doing glute activation stuff and then sitting all day, I'm not sure how much that's going to do for you. So practice that, lifting your leg. Remember, the hip extension is only at most 30 degrees, so you don't have to try to lift the leg way high or twist the pelvis, but try to feel, just start with this, try to feel whether, and you put your other hand on your back, and you can feel kind of the order of engagement. It does take a little bit of skill to feel it, but if you focus on the proper order, getting that glute to fire properly first, then that should carry over into a better firing pattern. Okay, so that's it. So and this carries over to walking, running, like I said, specific exercises like deadlifts. Then we want those glutes to be pulling your body or being the main hip extensor for your legs. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you how you like the video, and let me know what you'd like to see in the future. And I'll probably do another firing pattern one next week. And have a great weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow for Food Friday.